Hello and welcome. So, earlier on I was testing out Omega Race with some paddles with dubious results. Now this was actually the paddle that I was not using because I guess the game's only set up to use one, but this one is making noises. So, there's only two screws to deal with, and they both appear to be happy to come out. Now, will this paddle, well, first of all, I don't know if it's working because the game wouldn't let me try. It would not. But will this ever go back together? I am forever hopeful. So the screws are out. The bottom is off. Now, what is, oh, I see what's rattling around, I think. Ah! Okay, there's a little piece of plastic. I think it was meant to hold perhaps the fire button. Just a moment, because speaking of the fire button, I dropped it. Okay. So here we are. Just a moment, I'm going to try and put this back on. Oh, that went well. Okay, never mind. The fire button, it seems, is secured by when it's all secure. And if it's not, it doesn't really stick, it seems. So here is the inside of a paddle. It's basically, I guess, a big potentiometer. Round and round it goes. Now, the other one that I was using seemed a little sticky. And I don't know that there's much right now that I can do to correct that, but I do know that the little piece that was rattling around is no longer in there. So, if I take and stick the wire back where it should be, the weight of the wire and the other paddle is making this difficult. So, I'm going to put this back just so. I'm going to try to put the button back on and put it in its place in the case here. Okay, so I can gently do this. I can't show you so well because I think it's going to fly out. And oh dear. And then, if I put this cover back on, I will see if I have things as they should be. And the answer is no, I don't. I do not, but I almost do. I think, oh dear. Excuse me. After these many years, these wires like to be the way they are. Maybe this goes this way. And there doesn't, well, hang on. See this little switch, of course, the fire button, is supposed to go back into its natural, happy, joyful location. Whatever that is. I wonder if the little thing that broke off isn't part of what held it, but I don't think it is. I see another such thing like that down below. So, once again, I'm going to try and get the paddle wire back in place. Interesting. Is this just held in position by faith? I don't think so. There are grooves here where this little switch might belong. But it doesn't seem to want, oh, okay, maybe it got twisted. Or maybe not. Great. Let's just see what we can see. On the bottom side, there's just a little squishy thing. And also, I still think the weight of the wire and everything else hanging is not helping me. So, I haven't really done much of this to just get the little plastic bit out. But now, it does seem some temperamental. And because things kind of moved when I first opened it, I couldn't really see how this switch thing was held. I could not. Perhaps it is there. Okay. Maybe that's how it goes. When you hear a snapping noise, it's either a good thing or a bad thing. And pardon me if I can't exactly show you at this instant. Haha! Okay, so it's not screwed together, but the paddle is back together. Does it work? I don't know yet. Because Omega Race did not use this paddle. I will look up. I'm sure there must be a nice way somehow. See, potentiometers, I'm not sure if they're sealed or not, but there must be a way. Sometimes on, like, old radios, you get basically a potentiometer, which is the volume control, which is dirty and not making a good contact, and then, you know, you go to crank it up, and it gets way too loud, and then you move it a little bit, and then it goes down to, like, nothing, and then you kind of have to just find that sweet spot. There must be a way to do this. Okay, so that paddle is back together. Does it work any better? I don't know. Oh, look at that. Huh. Looky, looky. Here is the paddle without the knob. And oh, this knob looks like it's a little broken inside. Maybe someone else has pulled this off over the years. I don't know if you can see that at all. I'll just try and hold it in the light a little bit, maybe, possibly. Anyway, there is a little bite out of it. So basically, it's kind of like a knob from a barbecue kind of thing. So, it goes back on nicely. And does the other one pop off? It does. This one does not look broken. How magical. So I will see. Some people, I know that if you just turn this a whole bunch, it might go nicely. It might. But anyway, so here are the paddles. I'm not going to open up the one that wasn't rattling. There was just a little, as it seems, some of the innards just get tired and break. These, of course, will need a Mr. Clean magic eraser. So, no more rattle. I now have to see about finding a game or something that uses two paddles. Over here, I still have Omega Race set up. And I suppose I should no. So that is not the paddle that works. And and this one is still wonky. I may be mistaken in my assessment of my ability to do better with paddles. Because the one nice thing I found with the joystick, oh, I'm dead again, was that I could pretty much stop okay somewhere, find a safe haven and shoot. I'm not finding that I can do that with the paddles. Oh! Game over. Yeah, that was good. So anyway, my assessment of my skills, or lack thereof with the paddles, may be overrated. I will have to work on this. So anyway, so far the joystick wins out. The paddles still need a little work. I'll check and see if compressed air might help them, or what it is that might help make them more responsive. Anyway, enough for now. Thank you for coming. As with most things, I mean, if you really are not comfortable with a screwdriver and opening something up, don't do it. But, I mean, if you've got something and you're not sure it's working, or you think it's not working, and you open it up, if it didn't work, it's still probably not going to work. I mean, you could find, like this plastic thing in here could have been blocking something. But basically, if you've got something this old and it doesn't seem to be working and you're intrigued in finding out what happens inside, you know, as long as you're comfortable with a screwdriver, make sure you don't lose any parts. You know, give it a try, have a look. Maybe you'll find something inside that can be corrected. Maybe you'll just be a little more enlightened. Anyway, thank you for coming. We'll see what else we can find to test soon. I'm still, for those who are watching about the 1520 printer plotter, I have not done anything else with it as of yet, but somewhere I know I have another, and I will find it, and I've had some suggestions about places to get gears to replace them, and apparently now, yes, using a 3D printer, people are making gears. Life is good. So, farewell for now, until we meet again. Long live Commodore and the 8-bit machines. Bye for now.